Mass Effect is an epic sci-fi series, and today I'm going to answer every question you've ever had about it. The answer is to go into your files and manually put in your monitor's resolution, and that will fix the graphics. The year was 2004. BioWare had just finished production of a little-known video game called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. They wanted to broaden their horizons and branch out to avoid being pigeonholed as a company that only makes sci-fi RPG games for nerds. So instead they started production of a sci-fi RPG game for cool people. But what would make this game cool as opposed to Knights of the Old Republic? The dev team fretted. What do cool people do that nerds don't? So they decided that the main character should be able to get laid. BioWare actually leaked this in the build-up to release, no pun intended, which pretty much ensured the game would double its investment. The story begins when we build our character. I just gave him the generic face because I'm not very creative. Now I need to give him a name, something distinguished and classy. How about Richard? We'll call him Rich for short. The backstory of everything. Alright, so there's a buttload of backstory for everything. I'll try to pretty much sum it up in 15 seconds. So Earth decided to tool around Mars and found an alien cookbook that jumped us forward 100 years in terms of cuisine, and then we found a big thing in space, and some jackass turned it on when we fought a war with these assholes, and then we stopped, and then we met these assholes that run the galaxy from a space station they found just lying around. Rich Shepard is a badass who knows how to shoot people. And I think that's pretty much it. Essentially everyone is either an asshole or Saint Teresa, and we need to decide which camp we fall into for the impending civil war. The story. The game starts with us on a ship and we're going to pick up some mail and deliver it. We're the second in command to Keith David, who is Saint Teresa, and we're talking to Joker, who is asshole. There's a Thorian Spectre with us, who is a saint. Spectre is like if the UN had the ability to actually enforce the law, and the cops that enforced it were above the law. It'd be like if cops got tenure. So I'm sure that works well and there's no issues. The Thorian says he's evaluating us to become a Spectre and wants to see how well Shepard handles himself in the field. We're just supposed to pick up a package. What are you evaluating? How well we deliver the mail? Luckily, we get a call that the colony is under attack. Bad news for the colony, great news for us. Arrive at the planet and we ask the Thorian if he's ready to go. He says, I'm faster on my own. How are you supposed to evaluate me then? Is this going to be every mission? Also, just because you're faster doesn't mean you're effective. I'm starting to think maybe this guy is kind of incompetent. We deploy with Caden, who is a saint, and Officer Redshirt, who is just a dumbass. Redshirt guy gets killed instantly and we meet Ashley Williams, who is an asshole. But she's also a hot girl, so she gets a pass. We invite her to join our crew because, like I said, hot girl, not a lot of those around. We meet a race of robots called the Geth, who turn people into, I guess, zombies? These guys are tough, but are they tougher than a shotgun blast to the face? Farther down the map, a Thorian meets another Thorian named Saren, who is an asshole. I mean, just look at the guy. Our Thorian decides that even though Saren wasn't supposed to be there, and the mission was super duper secret, and Saren has often spoken about killing all humans and robot attacks on their colonies, that everything is okay, and he decides to just turn his back on Saren. Like I said, I think he's not the smartest guy. Saren goes to find the beacon. It's like a Prothean TV. Oh wait, I forgot to talk about the Protheans. The Protheans wrote the alien cookbook on Mars that accelerated human development. Back to the game. We catch up with our Thorian friend, but he decided to become a corpse, so that didn't work out. Maybe you should have stuck with the group. This guy here says he saw everything and that Saren shot the Thorian. I'm glad we have such a credible witness that everyone will believe. We go find Saren and find the beacon. Ashley decides she wants to touch it because she's seen too much 2001: A Space Odyssey and we have to save her. Then we get a message shot into our heads. We wake up later. Keith David says everyone died and the beacon was destroyed, so sleep well and good night. We head to the Citadel to tell the council, these assholes, what happened, and ask them to please stop Saren and bring him in for attacking our colony. We meet Ambassador Udina, who is an asshole, maybe the biggest one I've ever seen. I mean, Saren wants to kill all humans, but after meeting this guy, I'm kind of more on board with that than I'm comfortable with. The council says, sorry about your colony, but we just don't believe you. You need more evidence besides just forensic reports, eyewitness statements, DNA testing, fingerprint analysis, and security camera footage. Well then what the hell do you need? A confession from Saren, signed and notarized. Then the ambassador plays the race card and we get kicked out. Why don't we get a diplomat more, I don't know, diplomatic? We need to find a signed confession. Where the hell are we gonna get that? We meet Garrus, who is an asshole, who tells us that he knows a guy named Rex, who is an asshole, who knows a hypochondriac named Tally, who is a saint, who had a confession. We do a bunch of stuff, and now we're here in the council chamber.
Dear Diary, today I attacked a human colony on Eden Prime to steal a Prothean beacon because my ship told me to. I plan to wipe out all life in the galaxy, and the best part is there's literally no one who can stop me. Well, besides Rich Shepard.
Alright, so we attacked your colony. What are we supposed to do about it?
Now, what do I get the council for Christmas? I think I'll go with a CBS All Access subscription.
Shepard, we're making you a Spectre, and your orders are to kill Saren. Keith David gives us his ship, but we don't get promoted to captain. Well, that's an oversight. Now we're off to stop Saren. We have 3 locations to check out. Let's start with the one with the hot girl. So Saren is working with Counselor Troy from Star Trek The Next Generation, who has a daughter named Liara, who is an expert on Protheans and all that jazz. So we decide to pay her a visit. We land in this awesome car and start driving around the planet, blowing up Geth and anything that gets in our way. I spend about 20 minutes trying to get over this wall. I want you to watch this. But I can't get over this thing! No wonder everyone hated it. We enter the mines and meet Liara. In Mass Effect, everyone else gets these really badass intros that show how badass and competent they are and everything, and all that's just awesome. But Liara's intro is that she's floating helpless in some trap she set off on accident. We free her with a giant fuck you mining laser, and then we take the elevator to the top. Then 4 nameless people decide they want to die, so they try to stop us. Badass of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We escape and Liara says that she can Vulcan mind meld with me to try to read my vision, so she tries it and gets tired and goes to sleep. Badass of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you have all the party members, you can have little conversations with them on the ship and learn more about them. You can also figure out who you're going to bone later in the game before the climax. Will it be Ashley? Or Liara? Or Rex? Who knows? Oh hey, what if I seduce Saren? You know, as like a joke. Wouldn't that be funny? Do you dare me? Do you dare me? I'll do it. If you dare me, I'll do it. Now we go to the second planet. We arrive on Pharos and everyone is super nice and helpful and also mind controlled by a plant. Don't ask me how that works. We go to the colony and check this place out. Wow, this place is a shithole. We decide we'd rather go literally anywhere else, so we go where the Geth are. Conveniently, there's something in the building to remove them, and luckily for us, the Geth forgot they're in a spaceship that can fly. Then we meet a bunch of scientists who tell us the colony is being controlled by a plant, and now we need to go save them. This guy forgets that I'm a war hero and pulls a gun. How did that work out for you, Mr. Scientist Man? Not so smart now, huh? We get some gas grenades and go to gas the colony, but oh no, a bunch of green salad fodder is trying to stop us. I wonder how well they would handle a shotgun blast to the face. We gas the colonists and enter the dungeon below, where the Thorian, or giant plant, lives. Then the plant tries to kill us. I wonder how effective this shotgun is. We kill the plant and an Asari commando comes out and says, hey, I can clean up that vision because the Thorian knew the cipher and I have it now, so don't worry about what it is or what it means, just let me into your brain. We get the vision, save the colony, and then get the hell out of here. Next stop is Rapture, where the petty moralities of man do not apply and all are free to do as they please. A complete objectivist utopia. So why the hell is everyone so miserable? Ayn Rand said this place would be a great time. And she was Russian. They know a good party when they see one. Everyone here is an asshole. Everyone. Especially this guy. Counselor Troy's here, but he won't let us go after her because he's an asshole or something. That's pretty much the only excuse that anyone gives. We can do this quest about corruption and greed, or we can just shoot everyone and leave. We take our car out for a lovely Sunday drive over to the illegal bioweapons research facility. There we meet the research team. So, we totally weren't conducting illegal biological weapons research, and that research definitely didn't escape, and it's definitely not trying to kill us. Oh yeah? What's that then? Damn it! We enter the lab and find Liara's mother. She tells us Saren is looking for the Mu relay. Ah, wait, I never talked about the mass relays. There are these big things in space that people use to warp to other star systems because otherwise everything will be too slow. Tell me, Commander, have you ever faced an Asari commando team? Few humans have. No. You tell me, Benezia, has an Asari commando team ever faced a shotgun blast to the face? Anyway, Counselor Troy says that Saren's ship lets him control people, and she only joined him to try to get him to calm down. Sounds like a terrible plan, Counselor. That would be like joining a terrorist cell and trying to get them to become a professional baseball team. She tells us where to find the hidden Mu mass relay. It appears you've outlived your usefulness. Then a giant shrimp tells us they are the Rachni, the species of aliens that almost wiped out the galaxy. Then it asks us if we could let it go, please. Well, it said please. I sure hope that wasn't an enormous mistake. Shepard doesn't know what to do next, so he calls the council and they tell him to go to Virmire. Or not. It's not like he takes orders from them or anything. We go there and Saren is building a Krogan army, even though he already has a loyal robot army. Rex is upset we now have to blow up the base because Saren has apparently found a cure for the genophage. Ah shit, I forgot to talk about the genophage. So what happened was, the Solarians, these salamander-looking motherfuckers, made a disease so that the dinosaur-looking motherfuckers couldn't have kids. Rex is upset because we're about to blow up the cure that will finally let him become a proud mother. But if you're a big enough asshole, he agrees with you for some reason. Shepard and friends attack the base, and then you learn the twist of the game that BioWare was so fucking proud of themselves about they thought they could get away with the ending of Mass Effect 3. The ship was the real villain the entire time! It turns out Saren's ship, Sovereign, is actually a Reaper. It thinks it's so much more advanced than us and that there's no point in explaining itself. But it's a BioWare game, so that's not going to stop it from trying.
I am beyond your comprehension, Reaper. Organic life is for the project to give voice to their destructions. And so is eradicators. We see the cycle cannot be broken.
Eventually, it gives up and just leaves. Shepard and friends rig up a nuke to destroy the facility, but oh no, it's Saren.
Rich, join me and Sovereign. We can survive the Reaper invasion as long as we serve it.
Saren, can't you see that Sovereign is using you? Your relationship is completely toxic. Come with me. I'm here for you.
It's too late for me, Rich.
It's never too late for you, Saren. Join me. Saren gets really defensive and leaves. Then Kaidan dies. Sadly, there's no way to prevent this. It happens every game without fail. Then we leave the planet with Ashley and nuke the shit out of it. Liara says she wants to try and read our mind again, so we do that and she finally figures out we need to go to Ilos. The council orders us to come back and give a report. That's bullshit. Saren didn't even need to come back to attend his own war crimes trial. Commander Rich Shepard, you're doing a great job out there, so now we're gonna ground you and not let you go hunt down Saren in a dramatic climax. Shepard disagrees and files a complaint, but the council upholds its previous ruling and doesn't let him leave. And that's Mass Effect pretty much summed up. Just kidding. Instead, Keith David punches Udina in the face and gives us clearance to leave, so we blast our way out of the docks. Fuck it! After that, we go to the Mu relay to Ilos, but there's no landing site. Wait, so the ship needs a mile of clearance to land? Huge design flaw, guys. You failed. Joker says he can drop the car while moving at hypersonic speeds. At this point, Shepard's just sick of all this shit and he says, screw it, we'll do it. We land and then we drive the car down this tunnel and then we meet Vigil. I am a Prothean virtual intelligence. You must have so many questions. I'm going to answer all of them. Then explain to your government how to stop the Reapers from wiping out your civilization. All you need to do is... And then it crashes. It lasted 50,000 years and not a minute more. Good job, guys. We need to get to the Citadel before Saren gets there. Hey wait, we were just there. Why did we even come here when we didn't accomplish anything? The council was right? We go through this thing. Wait, I forgot to talk about this thing. Wait, did I? I don't even know what this thing is. We get to the Citadel, but we total the car. Looks like it's just a lot of body damage. That should come right out. Thank God. I was worried we were going to have to stay in orbit and scan planets with boring probes in the next game. Oh no, the Citadel is under attack. Only one group of people had the foresight to see this coming. Shame on you, Shepard. Saren goes to the control room and opens it up so that Sovereign can take control. This part is, unironically, really well directed.
Well, 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 if it isn't Rich Shepard. Have you come to join me and Sovereign?
Saren, can't you see? Sovereign's using you!
No, Sovereign needs me. He said so himself.
Look into your heart, Saren. Do you really believe that?
Sovereign's always been there for me. I can't leave him. I'm not strong enough.
You're stronger than you can ever imagine, Saren. And I'll be with you through it all. And that's when Saren realized who was really always there for him. Love lifts us up where we belong,
Where the eagles fly,
on a mountain high.
love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world below.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Saren, no! Then we get a message that the council left the safety of the station to go to the most vulnerable ship in the fleet, settling the argument once and for all about whether or not we need a galactic coup. But if they die, Shepard will never get to say I told you so. Wait a second, we had a space laser this entire time and you never told me, Joker? What an asshole! I can think of like 9 separate occasions that would have been really handy. We save the galaxy and then Anderson gets promoted to the human counselor. Shepard, you were right about everything. That's so great. Are you gonna help us stop the Reapers now? No. Da fuck! We learned a lot here on the Normandy. We made a lot of new friends, killed 1 Reaper out of 100,000 million, gave humanity a place in the Senate, but I can't help wonder if all that was worth what we lost.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow up.
And that's Mass Effect pretty much summed up. So I'm starting a new policy now. It's called Fuck Upload Schedules. I don't want your opinion on this, I'm just letting you know.